Good morning and Happy New Year. Happy 2023, everyone. My name is Todd Bopel, and it's my honor to be your board treasurer and to be handling announcements today. Welcome to all of you who are starting your new year with us here in person, as well as those of you online. Please silence your cell phones if you have not already done so. We would greatly appreciate that. To start the new year with a little quiet would be great. So today we are so blessed to have Reverend Shara with us. Shara is here to do our service today. Yay. And hopefully many of you were able to be here last night where she was here with Craig and Blair, and they were able to do the burning bowl ceremony. So yes, you're here. Second year in a row, right, that we've had the entire spiritual ministry team together for New Year's Eve, so that's really awesome. And then musically speaking, Patricia Bahia is with us this morning. Welcome, Patricia. This is her second time with us this morning, and she has a really interesting bio, so I encourage you to go online and read about her life as a lawyer before she became a full-time musician, and some really interesting, great stuff on her bio this morning. So just a couple announcements and a couple of things that are in here too. But first of all, this is the season of getting ready for taxes, and so we wanted to remind you all that your statements will be coming out from the church this month. So please keep an eye out via email and snail mail for your giving statements. If you don't have a giving statement by the end of January and you gave us some money that was not just unmarked cash thrown into a basket somewhere, if you gave us money that had your name on it, then please be sure and reach out to Mary Jean or Jennifer in the office, and they'll make sure you get that statement that you're going to need for your taxes. And so those will be coming out in January. And then two announcements on upcoming events that you have in your bulletin for this morning. Next Sunday is Whitestone Sunday. It will be January 8th, 2023, despite what it says in here. We got our first typo out of the way right on the very first day of the year, so we won't do that anymore. But yeah, so next Sunday will be Whitestone Sunday, which is always really, really special. So hopefully you'll be able to be here for that. And Reverend Shara will be with us again for next Sunday. And then in 2 weeks, on January 15th, there will be an information session about the board. And really, we're excited about this because we really want to share what the board does and try and demystify what the board's been working on to whatever extent we can. This is also for people who might be interested in serving on the board, but that's really not the only reason that you would come to this meeting. So if you have any interest at all in what the board does or how it does what it does, we would invite you to come and learn more about it. Maybe you are interested in serving on the board. Maybe it'll plant a seed and some years from now you'll be interested, but that's okay. We just want to make sure that we're sharing with all of you kind of the journey that is happening behind the scenes as the board works to guide the church. And it's been a really interesting 3 years, as I'm sure you're aware, as we've gone through this pandemic together. And so it's a really interesting time. And so Deanna Parks, who does serve on the board, along with Jeff Penny, who's been the community member who's been helping to guide the board election process for the last year or so, they will be leading this meeting together and really just sharing with you all what the board does and how it works and what we've been working on and what we plan to work on in the coming year or two, just to give you more insight into that. So that'll be a really great session right after service on January 15th here in the sanctuary at 12:45. And then lastly, it's the first Sunday of the month, which means it's birthday Sunday. So if you have a January birthday, we would invite you to stand so that we can sing. Oh, there is one. Yeah, oh, a couple. All right. Oh, and okay. And we're going to sing, so.
Happy birthday.
Everybody,
Happy birthday to you.
All right.
And many more.
We got there eventually. Okay. And so thank you for that. With that, we're going to sing our first congregational of the day.
Okay. So I'm going to teach this, the chorus to y'all, and the words are going to be up on the screen. This, everything I'm doing today is something I wrote except for this song. This is a Daniel Nahmon song. It's a wonderful song, and it's called Everything New. So it starts off like this. Bring it on, everything new. now? I mean, now that you've heard it, you want to? Yeah. Okay. And then we'll go on. I'll do the verses, and then we'll sing it again. So bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through with crying, through with waiting. I'm through with hoping against all. I'm through with longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through with grieving, through with dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing at someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's finally time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Well, good morning. I was going to say Happy New Year, but I was reminded by Reverend Blair yesterday was that Happy New You. Okay, seems more appropriate. My name is Jean-Claude Pinto, and I'm a prayer chaplain. And as a prayer chaplain, we get the honor of not only reading the daily word, but also lighting the Christ candle. And as Reverend Blair said last night, to think of the light of the Christ candle is really that Christ consciousness that we're talking that resides in all of us. And that's what unites us and brings us in this spirit of oneness. And today's daily word is fresh start. Okay. And the affirmation, centered in God, I create a fresh new life. And the scriptural text is, and the one who was seated on the throne said, see, I'm making all things new. That's Revelation 21:5. I begin this year with renewed enthusiasm and a fresh perspective. I feel vibrantly alive as I realize that all the love, wisdom, energy, and the strength of God is mine to express in my life right now. Grateful for the lessons of life experience, I release past disappointments with a forgiving heart. I find harmony in my relationships as I look beyond differences and focus on divine life and the love that unite all people. I go about my work seeking to serve others with a humble heart. I find ways to develop and evolve my skills and nurture my talents, allowing me to continue to grow and learn. This year, I will thrive in all areas of life as I feel God's presence everywhere I go and in everything I do. I'll say the affirmation one time and then we'll say it all together the second time around. It's up on the screen as well. Centered in God, I create a fresh new life. Centered in God, I create a fresh new life in oneness.
Happy New Year, Unity of Tustin. It's wonderful to see you all today here, present, even with your love hangovers. I will say I was drunk on love last night. I thought last night's service was such a great way to bring in the new year, and today's theme is enthusiasm, and I was very enthusiastically huggy last night. It was just that overflowing of love, and then a wonderful culmination of Advent, which is really about recalibrating on the unmanifest, and then in the new year, we get to bring it out into the world. How is that going to outpicture? How are we going to follow that outpicturing? Because we are in an evolving universe. It's one of our unity teachings. And in an evolving universe, we're only doing our spiritual work if we show up as a new you. So happy new you to everyone. And let's take this into a beautiful opening prayer. I just invite you all to center into this spaciousness. The spaciousness that comes after a season of letting go. And part of our prayer work is how to have the discipline not to fill in the space, but to tolerate the burn of empty yearning, waiting, open and available to fill in through divine emergence, through a deep and holy co-creation with the source of all that is. The prayer that we are the vessel through which something is born that is beyond what we could predict or control ourselves, beyond the limitations of our will. So that through expression, we are expanded. That is our capacity as evolutionary beings. And our resource is our enthusiasm, our God within, communing, dancing, and dialoguing with God without. And let that be a reference point for you, that ongoing dance and dialogue, for this beautiful, expectant, already holy 2023 and beyond. And we pray this in the name and in the consciousness of that indwelling Christ's presence, the mysterious force that connects and creates all of reality, and with which we participate and emerge. Amen. And let us be blessed by a song by Patricia that's going to flow right into meditation, and then we'll have some more music.
Another year has come and gone. Another night has turned to dawn. We raise a glass and make a toast. Promise to remember what matters most. My resolution for the new year is giving thanks and gratitude. I am grateful for this day, and every day I'm here. For every sunrise, every dark night, every smile and every tear. Happy New Year. Happy to be here. Another year. A brand new day, fresh new start. This time it's different. I'm gonna say what's in my heart. Won't be afraid to show I care, to show my feelings, my love I'll share. My resolution for the new year is giving thanks and gratitude. I am grateful for this day, and every day I'm here. For every sunrise, every dark night, every smile and every tear. Happy New Year. Happy to be here. Another year.
I invite you all to stay in that meditative space and just allow your awareness to drop. Allow your awareness to drop down from your head to your heart, to your body, to your womb, to the center of the mother. I'm going to begin this meditation with a quote from Joseph Campbell, who asks us this new year, how do you find the divine power in yourself? The word enthusiasm means filled with a God. So what makes you enthusiastic? Follow it. When I taught in a prep school, that's the moment for youth when they had to decide their life course. You know, where are they going? And they're caught with excitement. This one wants to study art, this one's poetry, this one anthropology, but the parents say study law, that's where the money is. Okay, that's their decision. And you know what my answer would be? Where your enthusiasm is. So I have a little word. Follow your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm is the message of God to yourself, and that's where your life is. So as we go deeper into meditation, I invite you to invoke and become curious about following your enthusiasm. What is God's message to yourself? The great unity of Tustin pillar and cameraman Russell Burns told me last night, we don't make New Year's resolutions. We make New Year's evolutions. And in what way is Spirit calling you to evolve? So I invite you to be curious to the Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs that Spirit is giving you for you to follow into your calling, into your enthusiasm. What dreams have been coming to you? What body symptoms are communicating a deeper intelligence? What synchronicities are delighting you with their impossibility? What are your relational joys and challenges asking you to lean into? Who or what inspires your envy or jealousy? It's often a misattributed way Spirit speaks to us. The deeper call is a recognition. I want that. I want to emanate that. I want to experience that. Where are you feeling that in your life? What do you fear? What breaks your heart open? What dazzles you with its magnificence? What does your golden shadow want to express? And most of all, where do you feel holy resonance? That intelligence that lets you know right here you have more to discover. Your enthusiasm and the inner call, they are holy questions with no answers, but rather an invitation to be curious, to respond, to expose yourself to, and to kneel before, which I invite you to do now in the silence. And as you emerge from that deeper holy space where you were given a glimpse of your call and enthusiasm to lead you to 2023 and beyond, we affirm that this same power and these same gifts are blessing all of us here on our Unity of Tustin prayer list and all of those in our minds and heart as we continue our celebration today with more beautiful music from Patricia.
Okay, we're going to switch gears. The lyrics for this one won't be on the screen, but if you feel moved to sing along, I love it when you do that. So this is called Brand New Day, and it's a song I wrote with my songwriting partner in my duo project called Seventh and Hope. And the chorus is, "Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey." Because I'm ready for a brand new day. Hey, 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 hey. So if you want to sing along on that, I would love it. I opened the door and I let the light in. It was getting so dark in the place that I've been. It's been a long time coming, but I'm ready to start again. Ready to start again, here comes the dawn. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. 'Cause I'm ready for a brand new day. Hey, 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 hey. Yesterday, just let it go. Make a way for a new tomorrow. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. It's at the end of the road, stopped at a dead end. Same old stories, got so tired of them. Gonna turn it around, yeah, and write a brand new page. Say goodbye to yesterday, here comes the dawn. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. 'Cause I'm ready for a brand new day. Hey, 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 hey. Yesterday, just let it go. Make a way for a new tomorrow. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. 'Cause I'm ready for a brand new day. Hey, 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 hey. Yesterday, just let it go. Make a way for a new tomorrow. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. New leaf, turn it over. New me off the sofa. New it getting closer. Yesterday it was nice to know ya. New leaf, turn it over. New me, get off the sofa. New day, getting closer. Yesterday it was nice to know ya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. 'Cause I'm ready for a brand new day. Hey, 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 hey. Yesterday, just let it go. Make a way for a new tomorrow. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. Are you ready for a brand new day? Brand new day. 'Cause I'm ready for a brand new day. Brand new day. Yesterday, just let it go. Make a way for a new tomorrow. Are you ready for a brand new day? Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Woo!
Hey, hey. I'm ready for a brand new day and a brand new year and a brand new curriculum of Sunday talks. Because if you really think about it, how many of you remember one thing I said last year? And we got a couple. Honestly, when I look at all my years at Unity of Albuquerque, I only remember one talk Reverend Jude ever gave. And she's a great minister. She's my mentor. So one of the things that we're doing as part of the Integral Ministry Practice Program is really examining the why behind everything we do. And what we've kind of discerned is that the why behind Sunday talks is a little amorphous. We're looking through the touchstone as how does all of our actions foster transformation and or inspire loving action? How did the Sunday talks do that? It's not really that clear. So it occurs to me, that's part of the reason we need these more intentional transformational spaces, like spirit groups that we started, like the more deeper shadow work that we're going to be bringing online in Q2 of next year, which is the Quantum Living Program, which is a shadow work program that I find very, very helpful. Just personal life, 2 weeks ago, I had a big crisis. I spent an hour doing the deep dive. Something shifts. This is going to be kind of a technology that we'll all have exposure to. And that the talks are more like a weekly shower. Just because you shower once doesn't mean you don't ever have to shower again. So it's more like, I can't remember any of Reverend Jude's talks, but I can remember many times leaving Sunday service much more uplifted than when I came. I can remember many times feeling like I needed to hear exactly that. I can remember feeling the hope of community and the interconnectedness and what emerges from that, which is so much bigger than my despair of the day. And those are the things that bring us here. And I was thinking, but how can, even in that format, the talks be a little more transformational and a little bit more inspiring? So I got to work with Jane Simmons to see what the intentionality might be, if there can be an intentionality arc. And she and I developed a loose curriculum for 2023. So that, known or unknown, there's an intentionality of the talks building on each other and building on consciousness. And we're doing this through the framework of the hero's journey, the spiritual hero's journey. And that's what we're going to be embarking on in 2023. That's what we're doing as Unity of Tustin, spiritual organizational hero's journey. And we're looking at developing and deepening transformation through 4 quadrants of transformation. One is waking up. Then once we wake up, we clean up. And those talks are going to correspond with the introduction of the quantum living process work, which our board president, Lisa Kolobar, is going to be trained to offer here to us. So we're going to have an in-house master bringing us forward in that. Then we look at growing up, developmentally, what are the stages, where are we, what are our challenge areas and shadow areas, and how can we use those as opportunity? And then finally, showing up. How do we live it? How do we bring it in the world? How do we deepen our transformation through intentional living? And then we'll go into Advent again, where we go onto the unmanifest realm to continue that ever-evolving spiral that is our conscious spiritual life. So today, we are starting with talking a little bit about the hero's journey and the first step, which is waking up. And the first step of that is heeding the call and identifying the enthusiasm, identifying the way the God within is communicating with the God without, and following that. So let's take a look at a typical hero's journey. So the hero myth usually begins with a kingdom in decline. There's usually themes of death with no rebirth. There's illness or pestilence. The crops aren't growing. New babies are not being born. And usually this time of death with no rebirth is linked to a sinful or tyrannical a despotic ruler whose anachronistic ways of leading are hamstringing the culture. Right? So this creates this evolutionary tension. And something wants to be born, and usually in these stories, it's a youthful hero that has to go out on a journey. Now, before I get another ageist talking to from certain distinguished octogenarians in our community, let me further give you a metaphysical interpretation of youthful hero. Okay? So youth here is not to be young. It's to be generative. It actually dovetails a psychological stage in Erik Erikson's work of mature adulthood. And the stage is generativity versus stagnation. That's the crisis point. We can continue to evolve, or we can go out to pasture. And the youthfulness is the willingness to continue to evolve throughout a lifetime. And let's not confuse evolution with constant doing. Richard Rohr really taught that how the living school was born is he realized that continuing teaching and having that schedule would not allow him to keep growing because it was too active. So he created a school where we all had to come to him so he could rest in more beingness, still share his gifts, but rest in beingness, so that generativity can be a generativity into centering beingness. But it's always listening to the enthusiasm, dialoguing with it, and moving forward. And the hero, of course, is not male or female, because it's more the active part of us, the manifest. And we have an inner masculine, and we have an inner feminine, an active masculine and active feminine. And they both come forward with the hero's journey to confront the dragon, to slay the beast, to go where you are afraid, where you want to step back from, but you just keep craning your neck, as you retreat. That's what you want to pay attention to. That's your enthusiasm right there. And that is where, underneath the battle, you find the treasure. The hero comes back with a treasure. And the treasure is the discovery of a new and life-affirming perspective. The treasure is the evolution of consciousness. The treasure is the transformation. And what we know is that when we transform, from a systems theory perspective, the whole system transforms. So when we remain intentionally generative, that is sacred service for the collective. As you change and grow in love and compassion and evolution, your family changes, your relationships change, unity of Tustin changes. It's like a holy stone being put into that pond, and the ripples just keep going out. So we come back changed. We come back with new insights that transform the culture. And because this new life has been added, we're in a world of entropy. Everything is always in decline. What we need is to reconnect to the source that is forever coming forward, that Habakkuk kind of spring of joy that we talked about last year, that is always coming forward in a world that's always in decline. And when they meet, now there can be new life. And now the hero is the ruler, and the crops grow again, and the babies are born again, and we are able to live in that evolving universe where it's now uplifted, because the healthy culture is the one that evolves new varieties of God in its midst. Yeah. And we are all called to be this hero. We are all called to be this heroine. That's part of the responsibility of democracy. We have this shared responsibility to bring forward new life perspectives, whether it's more ready compassion or the ability to hold paradox and tension and recognize it as the ground of evolution to be cultivated and held and not collapsed into familiar binaries or old ways of being. And we all have a unique way of doing it, and when we do, those voices come together and we create a collective that's capable of experiencing and expressing what the world needs: new gifts, new capacities, new senses, new ways of emergence that have hope with it, have hope with it. So if our hero's task is to bring new life into a declining culture, and it's all of us to do, what happens if we don't do it? What happens if you just say, nah, not this year? I'm taking a break, taking an evolutionary break. Well, if it's done with deep intentionality, maybe that would be your enthusiasm. But it's going to happen anyway. Carl Jung has this wonderful quote that what we don't handle as life will come to us as fate. So it's really, which way are we going to choose? Which way are we going to choose? So think about, which way are you going to choose? And what are those calls? And the call, hopefully you kind of got a sense of the different ways Spirit talks to us in the meditation, but it is about taking us from those routinized grooves of life and springing us into something new. William James says a call is the attempt to be in harmony with an unseen order of things. An unseen order of things. So we're saying yes to something that's beyond what the mind, beyond what makes sense. So I want to share with you a little bit about one of my calls. When I scan my spiritual autobiography, I can probably identify about 6 or 7 really like major arcana calls. And this one's much more practical, but I think it's relevant to even where we are as a spiritual community. And about 12 years ago, I was in private practice and had a pretty great life. But I kept having this unsettled feeling. And I sat with it a long time, and I don't precisely know how, but I was able to translate it. And I had 2 very clear calls. And the first was, I deeply needed the experience of making enough money to support me and my children without financial stress. And I was married, and I never thought I wouldn't be married. But it was something about confidence. It was just a call. I just needed to know that I could do it. And the second call was, I wanted the experience of creating something from nothing. And I knew in my private practice there wasn't the dynamism or the interdependence to do it. I needed this as a collective. So after sitting with this a long time, I realized I needed to completely change my life. I needed to close my practice and work in a organization. So I went online, and the very first job was for the behavioral health director at Kiwa Pueblo, which was about 45 minutes from my house. And it really just seemed like a great fit. So I wrote a cover letter, and I updated my CV, and I send it in, and within days I get a phone call, and within days I'm in an interview. And we're interviewing, and one of the colleagues says to me, he said, I'm just confused about something. He was one of the clinicians. He said, you have a thriving private practice. You're teaching psychology of consciousness at Southwestern College. You are consulting for OVC. You're teaching mystery school at Albuquerque, Unity of Albuquerque. You've got this dynamic life that most of me and my clinician friends, we want something like that. Why are you applying for a job where you're going to work for the man? And I thought about it. So it was a great question. And I said, I have a call. That was it. That was it. And I got the job. I never applied for another job. I closed my practice, canceled my contracts. I wanted no back door, which really was helpful because years later I probably would have taken it and then I wouldn't be here right now. And I start this work. So I'll tell you just a little. So we were offering outpatient, once-a-week therapy in the community, and many, many people had very serious alcohol and drug use issues. We would pay for people to go and get inpatient treatment, and then they would come back and they got once-a-week therapy, which was not at all sufficient. The other problem is you could not say, well, move away from all of your temptations, because this is a spiritual tribe. And this is where the culture lives, and this is where the dances are, and this is where people's roles are, and the ancient language is spoken, Keres. I would go to meetings that were in an ancient Native American language spoken by 3,000 people on the planet. Incredible depth of culture and beauty. So it was important to stay connected. So we needed 5 to 7 day a week programming. That was it. It was clear. My team was clear, and we're like, okay, let's do it. But we had no idea how to do it. So we're like, let's just create an intensive outpatient treatment program. You take Monday, you take Tuesday, I'll take Thursday, you take Friday. We'll have someone else come in, Wednesday. And we got to work. And we're creating things, and we're running ourselves ragged, and we're getting 2 people to a group or 3 people to a group. We have no idea if there's coherence between the lessons we're each doing. But we're going forward, and then it's like, this isn't working. So it's like, okay, how about we find an evidence-based curriculum and get trained in that? So that's what we did. We came to Los Angeles. We got trained in a 16-week program. People could enter at any time. You could take it once. You can take it twice. You can take it 3 times. We were going to do these great graduation ceremonies. Perfect. So we come back and we're equipped. We're equipped. We market. We let tribal administration know. We let tribal courts know. We find our own clients. We try to get everyone on board. We got this great program. Maybe we have 2 people at one group. Maybe we have 4 people at another group. Then once we had 0. And I just kept asking, like, what's going on? So I knew the parole officer over at tribal courts, and I said to him, I think we're really on the right page. But there's something not connecting. And do you think we're off base? And he said, no, this is exactly what our community needs. He says, but I have an idea. A Kiwa Pueblo is a dry Pueblo. So if you're caught using, you get community service. And he says, I have all these people with community service, and by 2 o'clock, I don't know what to do with them anymore. So make your groups from 2 to 5, and I'll bring over all the community service people, and you'll give me the service they need, and they'll get your group. So we get this going, we're all ready, and he doesn't show up, he forgot. And the next day, I'm like, we're ready for you. And he's like, I'm so sorry, I got this. And he comes with a pickup truck, and 10 human beings come out of this one pickup truck. And they all come in, and like someone's got their sunglasses on, and like they don't know what this is about. And we sit, and we have to make extra coffee and bring out snacks because we didn't consider it such a big group. And we just get to work, we just dive in. And, the crossed arms kind of unfold a little bit. A couple of people really engage. And by the end of that first group, one woman says, this is exactly what I've needed. And our intensive outpatient treatment program was born. And it thrived. And we would have graduations with big feasts. And we would invite family and government. And we would destigmatize mental health through that process and make it very celebratory. And we brought in a ton of money because we had all of these billable groups. We were able to get a 20% raise for the entire staff, and they were literally hundreds of thousands of extra dollars each year for the tribe to use. And it was an enormous success, enormous success. And for what I know, it's still going on today. And a couple of things. It was a lot of trial and error. And we had to fail. And we had to fail often and fail fast and fail forward and fail together. And the second thing I will leave you with is, just in case I look too good in this story, it wasn't exactly replicable. After a couple of years, it was time for me to leave, partly because it was self-sustaining, and that's not my jam, but mostly because one of my children needed me to work closer to home. So I was hired by a tribe 14 minutes away to more or less do the same thing, and it was a disaster. I barely lasted 6 months. And it was the beginning of a dismantling of that old life to move into the life I'm actually in now. In retrospect, our spiritual biographies are quite perfect. In the moment, they can be quite painful. So this enthusiasm and following the call is not for the faint of heart. We need each other as we do this journey. We need each other. But it's interesting because when I was a fumbling beginner, I was very successful. When I went in as expert, I didn't do so well. And that brings me to spirit groups. I was going to get that in. No, what I really want to bring home is at Unity of Tustin, this year is our anchoring the evolutionary work we started last year. Okay? So this is a time of experimentation. We are doing new things. We will be doing more new things. Some of it will feel good, some of it won't feel good, but the kingdom is in decline. Not us, we're actually doing very well in our unity movement standpoint. But the movement is in decline. Babies are not being born. They're not. And it's so easy to think that if we just had a king like the king that worked 20 years ago, everything would be fine. But we are in an evolving universe. And what used to work, and what used to work truly so well, can hamstring the culture in an evolving place. Now, what king do we need? We don't know. But we know it's a collective king. Because we know the second coming is no longer a person, it's a sangha. It's the collective, it's all of us. We are all the heroes and heroines, and we all have to do the journey, and we all have to be willing to go outside our comfort zone and to fail fast and fail forward and fail together and fail in joy. And have fun. So, spirit groups could have been launched better, but could it? I mean, can you really do something new really well when you don't know what you're doing? Like there's a different, and I would even say better, authenticity and authority that comes from learning from life itself. And then look at what's already been outpictured. Unity and light. I wasn't here, so I talked to you all about unity and light, and you light up. You light up. It started with a vision from Connie. Yeah. It started with the unmanifest. That became manifest. Connie's vision was fully supported by the board. Fully. And then different ministries caught on. And then spirit groups was like, we don't know what service to do. Let's all take a site. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And what came from that was a concrete experience of community and beauty and celebrating these grounds that are so sacred and bringing people in. And there is no doubt from when I'm listening to the ground that this isn't going to happen again next year. So what came from all that is the birth of a new baby, a new tradition. That is rare. That is hard. And that could never be strategized. It has to emerge And that is what is going to bring this kingdom to life, because we all said yes and became the heroes and heroines of the story. And we brought forward the new treasure that didn't exist before. Unity and light never existed before. And now it is alive, and it is part of us, and it is part of our future, and it is part of, it's that Hansel and Gretel trail of where we're going and what we're becoming into. So well done. Yeah. And this is what we have to look forward to going forward. So yes, we will be inviting you to participate in different things and taking initiatives that are alive in each of us and bringing them forward. And we will be doing shadow work, and we will be experiencing new ideas. Some of them are going to land, some of them are not going to land, some of them are going to have to be modified, some of them are going to have to be morphed to resonate with our collective organizational soul. But we all do our part by each of you listening to your individual call, listening to your organizational call, seeing where you want to step up in service, and then marveling at the magnificence that emerges that we could have never predicted or planned, but that we can delight in and share with the world. So, looking forward to dancing with you 2023 and beyond. God bless you.
Thank you, Shara, for introducing the new curriculum to us. Okay. At this time, we want to take the opportunity to welcome our guests. Yesterday, we had a lot of different faces here, and so hopefully some of them have poured in today. So if you're a guest for the first time here, please raise your hand if you feel comfortable, and we'll bring a rose and an information card. An information card is to give us your name and where we can contact you, and so that we can be in touch. And yeah, right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 So, on behalf of our community and myself, I want to welcome a first-time guest, and also to remind you that we are grateful that you have joined us. Unity of Tustin believes in many parts, one God. We affirm that a part of spiritual practice is to give order to create more of what we want to see and flourish. And also, I want to say a little bit more about our community. I thought I had it. Yeah, we are grateful that you joined us. We'd like you to know, whatever your race, your background, your sexual orientation, or gender identity, you're welcome to celebrate God with us, because God and unity leave no one out. Okay. And for those who are not our first-time guests, it's time for our love offering, and we take this moment to share our financial gifts with our ministry, which exists because of our love offerings and committed giving. We affirm that part of our spiritual practice is to give in order to create more of what we want to see and flourish in this world. We are so grateful for the sanctuary and the beautiful garden and sacred meditation sites that Shara talked about, and the premises that allow us to foster our spiritual growth. However, these need finances to maintain and to be available to us. Now, there are many ways to give. Right here, right now, we have ushers. Well, you're passing the love offering basket for in-person giving. There's also a donation kiosk. It's available at back of the sanctuary. And you can scan your QR code found on your Sunday bulletin. For our beloved community online, you can click on the Donate tab on your website for one-time donation or set up an automatic donation. We have an app called Shelby. You also can select the donation button on the live stream itself. So as our ushers come up, I want to also say the love offering affirmation. So if you will all join me, it's up on the screen. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I ask the ushers to come forward, and as they do, we have another beautiful song from Patricia. Okay. Okay.
Okay, just give me a second here. All right. Well, y'all did so well singing along in that last one. How about we do it again? This one's called Great Day to Be Alive, and I thought this would be a good one to do on New Year's Day. It's always a great day to be alive, but you know. So, the chorus. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. I got up on the bright side, nothing's gonna bring me down today. I'm talking to the mirror, say gotta get out of my own way. I'm on the edge of the beginning, I'm at the start of something new. I can see the silver lining, yeah, it's coming into view. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Feeling good and loving life. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna let no imperfection get me down. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna Photoshop or filter any of me out. No, I'm happy in my skin, just being me, myself, and I open up my eyes to see that I am who I am, and it's more than all right. Woo! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Feeling good and loving life. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Life's too short to dwell on yesterday, and I can't ever change it anyway. I'm gonna live like there's no tomorrow, 'cause we really only have today. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Feeling good and loving life. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do. One more time. Great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Feeling good and loving life. It's a great day to be alive. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a great day to be alive. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Patricia. Let's give another hand. It's been delightful. Thank you so much. Now I invite our ushers to bring up the love offerings so we can bless the love offerings. Oh, they just took it? They already took it and disappeared. Okay, but we'll bless the love offerings anyway, okay? We bless these offerings as symbols of devotion to the mission of our spiritual community to transform lives and inspire people to make a positive difference in our world. We are grateful for your faith and your generosity, which create waves of grace that uplifts us all. And now for further announcements, please join Hospitality Suite that's outside, and Susan, who leads the Hospitality Suite, reminded me we're going to have the Hospitality Suite set up where it normally is. But if you feel cold, weather is a little cold, the Victoria House is going to be open. It's heated, and you can go in there and enjoy, sit-down meals. Okay. Also, the bookstore is open, and as usual, our prayer chaplains will be at the entrance of the meditation gardens to listen and pray with you and hold your prayer intentions in highest confidence. We also have our Reiki practitioners available. You can identify them with their green Reiki ribbons that they are wearing. Now, let us all end the service with a prayer for protection. So please join me. Oh, yes, okay. Yes, so one more thing about we have the salon after the Shara salon. It's at 12:45, so we're going to meet in here. So at this time we'll say the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Now go forth and be the light and love you wish to see flourish in the world. Go forth and live it. All right. Thank you. Thank you.